to answer them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering because we read a lot about not a lot about the influences of the church, and that is quite higher. That's a cultural difference, of course, because here in the Netherlands it's the government, not religion, and it's just the other way around on the island. How can we deal with that? Because for us that's quite a barrier, cultural barrier.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Joy, for the question. So it is correct. On Saparua Island, since 14 out of 16 village that is over there, so 2 Muslim village and the rest is Christian Protestant village, right? The influence of church is very big in there. Good thing is that Happy Green Island with Omcase is really a good partner of the church. So they are really positive and really would like to help. It's actually impressive the amount of effort that they're putting in on the environmental action in comparison to the government. So the first time I arrived on Saparua Island, I was like, Dutch people. I'll say, okay, let's go to the government, like talk to the government and everything. Yes, they'll listen to you, but the action is not really there. So then, I was a little bit like, oh, what to do? And then Omke said, like, go to the church, go to the priest. So I go to the priest, and they actually have more influence to the people. And this is the reason why on Saparua, especially on church, like on masses, so it's completely different than in here. The amount of people going to pray to the church is completely different. In here, sometimes people like go once a week on Sunday to the church, right? On Saparua Island, they have everyday different kind of prayer, and every week that happening. So it's like you probably pray, do has like a mass, little gathering of mass 3 times a week or something, minimum, let's say. So they can communicate these issues on the environmental action in the perspective and in the spectrum of Bible. And I find it really impressive because I never think about it. I never think about the possibility of linked religion and environmental action.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm also putting it on the Muslim villages that I also try to link it with the Quran, with the holy book for Islam. So they do have a big influence, and they are a good partner of us. So please, feel free if you would like to have questions, if you would like to have action going on, then you can also take a look on the perspective of religion on that. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
But you talked a lot about villages who are Christian, but is there advice of you how we can approach the villages who are Islamic?
Yeah. So the villages who are Islamic, focusing on the leader of the village. I don't know if you're familiar with the term that is being used on the island. So you have Raja in there, which is the king of the village, let's say. So the leader of the village, of the Islamic village, has more influence because they can influence the priests. The difference of the Christian and the Muslim village is that with the Christian village, there is only one church. There is only one giant, church organization that is spread into 16 village. So it's easy to reach the church organization in order to spread the message to the 14 village rather than going to every single village in order to get a message, right? So with the Muslim village, that's the other way around. So the leader of the village is the one that is in charge, and then they will send the message to the priests, to the people that is in charge of the village, to the resident of the village itself. Yeah.
And I have a question on this as well, because
Sure.
Do you see a difference is there a difference to be seen right now between the two Muslim villages and the Christian villages in progress on this topic, like waste management, or are they on the same level, or is it a bit more, is the one more progressive than the other?
Yeah. Yeah. So I was on the island on 2018 and 2019, 2018, right? So it was 2 years ago. And after that, I didn't come back yet. But I know that, the Happy Green Island organization that is run on the island itself, run by people from the Christian and the Muslim village. So they are together, let's say.
Okay,
And maybe a little bit of a background, The reason why there is this segregation is because from 1999 until 2005, Moluccs has a civil conflict, so civil war. And what I mean by war is really war, like people killing each other. So these people are still alive. So, like they are still there. The thing is that the reason why segregation is because, it's really about, in the beginning, it started because, the feeling of community, the feeling of you belong to certain group, let's say. But at the moment, with all of the different dialogue, with all of different talk, we're trying to bridge this communication. And this is also why waste management is very important, because, bridging communication through something that is not related to the previous history is better. So when you see the different segregation, it's not there in the first place. It's there just because of, traumatic experience, let's say. So the difference between the Muslim and the Christian villages related to the waste management issue is actually not that big. But there is a big differences, like on the action wise, on what people do, it's really not that big. But there is a difference between the approach that is given by the church, that is actually always telling, like, you should do this, you should do that. And what is interesting is that sometimes when you go to someone and then you ask them, like, oh, did you throw your waste in the ocean? No, the priest doesn't allow me to throw the waste in the ocean, so I burn it. So so they try. I mean, it worked in one way, but we need to find another way to, to stop people from burning it. So that's something also that is important. Yeah.
I think that indeed there is a difference between the Christian and the Muslim society, but on the other hand, they, as Nila said, try to build a bridge by using the culture aspect. And for instance, Haria, the village where I came from, is a Christian village, and Nila came from Islamic Muslim village. But we are linked to each other, like Nila said before. We are brother and sister. So during the war, we don't fight with each other. So we have to realize, no, it's our sister, it's our brother, and that is more important than the issue of religion.
True,
so the brotherhood. So that's the bridge we are building on now,
yeah,
on Moluccan.
and it's getting stronger. I am saying right now it's getting stronger because cooperation and collaboration is getting great. When I was on the island, I'm actually arranging a seminar, let's say, that is inviting. So I arranged seminar on the Muslim village, inviting the Christian youth. So it's a seminar involving young people, right? So a seminar on the waste management on the Muslim village, inviting the Christian youth, and then we're talking about waste. We're talking about how young people can actually do something about it. And then the next day, I also arranged the same seminar on the Christian village, inviting the Muslim youth. So this is also another way of bridging communication. And I think the reason why I'm telling you this background story is just because a lot of time when I give this presentation to my supervisor, they're so confused why there is a Muslim and why there is a Christian village. They don't understand, like, why, So then I have to tell this story because it's what happened. And we cannot really do much about it. But right now, we can actually create a better future collaboration together. That's why, yeah.
But in the years 50, 60, you have it also in the Netherlands. The Catholic and the Protestants, they live apart from each other. They have their own society, their own business, and so on. So maybe for Margot, the students now, it's far away, but I was brought up in a situation like that here in the Netherlands. Oh,
yeah. So let's hope that it will go like the Netherlands in the future. You know, we have a good waste management. We have, you know, good communication with each other. So yeah, it's really important to have an implementation action. So I think Margot already mentioned that, you know, the idea right now is to create like a good implemented, like, you know, action that can be implemented. So that's also something that we really, really need, because what I did on my previous time is collecting information, knowing like what is the amount, what is being thrown away in the ocean. You know, it's a laborious work counting trash on the ocean when the trash is like 1 meter deep in the sand. But you know, so it's and now it's important to how to, you know, go further with it. It's how to actually make changes, because our island, the sand is, you know, it's sinking. The sand is getting, you know, away, and we have a lot of trash. The climate change issue is also a big thing right now, and yeah, it's just needed to be done. And as what Omke said, Indonesia is an archipelago country. So if you are succeeded with the plan that is on Saparua Island, there is no, you know, like there is, it's not a boundary that it has to be there only. Like it can be implemented to so many different islands on Indonesia. I mean, I'm also working for the working on the Zero Waste Indonesia movement. So how to change habit, like make it trend to people to not use single-use plastic or something. So that's also something that I can also use your help, like your result can be implemented there too, especially on islands. And Saparua Island, and we have also Haruku, we also Nusa Laut, we have so many islands on Moluccs, and all of them, all of them needs support. And I'm really, really, really thankful for you guys. Yeah.